puzzle review of White Mountain Christmas Treats 1000 piece puzzle. Unfortunately, the picture that it came with, not really any bigger than the box top, so not much more help there. This puzzle was, you would think it would be really easy. It wasn't. Somewhat difficult, just so much going on, but with the size of the pieces, some parts were a little harder than other parts. We only had this and this cookie that looked like that. Those were easy. The candies were actually mostly easy. But when it got to the gingerbread cookies, the cookies that had white, different things like that, they just were a little more difficult for some reason. That I remember was easy. That guy, because he had less going on, he was pretty easy. Obviously, that would be easy. These I had, these swirlies, I had some difficulty with them. The pieces just weren't fitting, and I was like, I know it has to go with that one. Eventually I got them in, but I don't know what was going on there. The bows, there's a purple bow there, and there. Those were one of the first things that I did because the only other purples were these ornaments, and or the lights. There weren't too many of those, so the bows were kind of distinct. These star pieces like this, snowflakes like that are throughout the puzzle, those were pretty easy just because there was nothing else like them. And then just filling in kind of like the branches. There's some branches there and there. Those were probably the easiest parts because there wasn't a whole lot. And because they have distinct features, it wasn't like, well, what does this go with? When these artists use the same shades of colors, it makes it a little bit harder sometimes. This cookie tray, yeah, I had a lot of problems with the gingerbread people. I don't know why. I think because with each piece, if you look at the individual pieces, just being so vague, it was just a little bit harder to find out where they were until a lot of the pieces were around them. The oranges were pretty easy because there's only like, I think, 3 of those. That was easy. That I actually got together too because that was really the only other purple. And it is a different shade of purple, but that was the only one like that. I did get that one done fairly quickly too, just because there's that one or that one very distinct. That was pretty easy as well, but just so many cookie colors that was like, okay, which piece does that go to? This one I think that was the first regular cookie that I got together with white frosting. For some reason it was easier. There's that one and that one, but for some reason that one just happened to be easier. That was pretty easy, but overall I probably won't keep this one, just because it was a lot. I've done it once. It was fun to do once. It's just one of those puzzles that takes, a little bit longer. And I don't think I want to do that again because what's the fun in doing a puzzle that takes you several days if you've got a whole bunch of other puzzles to do? So this one will probably go, but it was fun to do at least once. Hope you had a great holiday, and thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.